Welcome back to part 3 of episode 3 of Asphalt Trouble. First of all, I wanted to congratulate Kiki on handily taking out a Levicopter single-handedly. um,
I still don't want a robot arm, okay? You can't convince me.
Puns. Just think of the puns.
Yeah. So yes, I think the stage has more or less been set for whatever you want to happen next. Do you blow up? What and who do you blow up, and how much?
I assume Seth's not the one blowing it up, right?
I think you like flashback of establishing someone else needs to fire at this spot to blow it up essentially.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I assume it usually falls. You guys make elaborate plans where things explode, and you say, "All right, Anthony, that's your job," and I'm just like, "Cool." I hope that your plan doesn't involve lying to me. So yeah, I mean, I'll wait until the bikes are hovering over this like thing, or like getting the. I think it's only one chopper that they're harassing, right? So it's going to be like one Levicopter and then most of those bikes there.
So I guess it depends on what exactly commands Seth gave. Like, which Levicopter did Seth direct them to move?
Okay, so there's the one providing covering fire, and then there's another one just kind of trying to help out. I think more importantly is the one providing covering fire, essentially.
Okay.
Trying to get that one out of the picture because that one's shooting people.
All right, that one is the one that is not being harassed by the condors.
Okay.
So, as it stands, there are not many condors near there.
Okay.
If you somehow, like, shut down or helped the condors with the other one, they would change text to, like, distract, go to the covering fire one, I'll call it.
So we need to get the condors from one to the other, essentially.
Or you could just have them push that helicopter over to the explosives, and then we just scare the other helicopter off with our hostage. Or murdered.
Body bag.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think that's important for you to like try to finagle or switch things.
Yeah, easy. So yeah, whichever one's easier to pop over, I guess. We want to blow up at least one. We buried these explosives for a reason.
All right. So is that's Anthony's job, right?
Yeah, I would definitely like as I see the battle, kind of like going on, and the Condor bikes kind of like moving over this explosive area. I'll wait until the Levicopter is in a position to be compromised, but I will not wait for the hovering bikes to be a safe distance.
Okay. Sure. So, we can either so it makes sense to roll this probably as a shoot, or a disable.
Sure.
And then this is going to be desperate. I think desperate great.
Sure. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're trying to evaluate. Like, am I incapable of exploding, like triggering the explosive?
Well, yeah. So if you roll, I think it's not so much does it explode is how much damage does it do, and to who. If it does if you roll poorly, basically it'll do more damage to the condors than to the Levicopter.
Okay.
Which is a desperate situation for especially Seth.
I can't lose. This is perfect.
I will suggest instead of rolling, we could turn it up. Start the theme song.
True. Yeah,
detonation,
that does sound like a time.
Safety, and then clear out the condors before we run out of theme.
We don't need to We don't need to get Seth to safety. we wouldn't want to waste our time doing that, but yeah, that's actually. I mean, this is definitely like the climax, I would imagine, of this scene.
Yeah. Right.
Kind of like literally erupting.
Then let's
so
turn it up.
I'm super okay with that.
All right. So part of turning it up. First of all, everyone. I don't know if someone's on the Twitter or the Twitch page to share the song. The theme song for this gang is "Can't Go to Hell" by Sin Shake Sin. So if you're watching at home, we cannot play it on the stream, but please pull it up in another tab and go ahead and play it in the background of all this. Part of turning it up is also the threat level kind of rises as well, because every roll is desperate great. So yeah, what do you want to do first?
So it'll initiate with me exploding this thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Trying to go for a crit?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The effect is how well we're exploding them, so...
And I just want to say, I feel like the carrion, whether or not we really establish that they should be getting into this tangle, they're probably invested in this and want this to happen as well. And I feel like as soon as this happens, they're probably going to jump in.
Good.
Okay, sure.
I don't need to look at my character sheet. My stat is now a 6.
Yep, roll a 6. One of my favorite things about turning it up is you can also like command for 6 dice when you've had 0 before.
Yep.
Yes.
What is this?
That's a 6.
Okay. Yep. So
Yeah.
+1 result. So, there's a huge explosion. The helicopter is engulfed in flames. The people inside shriek, and it kind of begins to spin and fly out. You managed to avoid most of the condors. I think it might have been a little close for comfort for some of them. But the last helicopter, seeing this, flies lower and closer. And there's explosions in the sky as people inside pull out rocket launchers and begin picking off condors.
Oh no.
One of the rockets is heading in your direction. What do you want to do? You don't have to resist it, but go ahead and act as
This is
you're
Seth.
being shot at.
This is me? With the rocket launcher towards me.
Yeah.
Or... Okay.
Down at the ground. Whoever wants to go next.
Oh yeah. Doc, you haven't done anything in a while.
Well, I've got a plan, but I don't
Oh.
want to waste dice on the rocket thing.
No, I mean the consequence is going to be rocket. Whatever your plan is, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, okay. Then I'll just command.
Okay.
My plan is I'm going to reveal that our crew has got one of those like auto yard cranes with the magnetic hook.
Okay.
And they're just gonna swing that out from behind a building and catch the levicopter and just slam it into the ground.
All right. So, yeah, it comes charging forward basically out from like a hidden corner. Go for it.
All right.
5 dice.
Crit.
Nice. Okay. It grabs on and goes flinging. The helicopter goes spinning out, tossing people. It rights itself. It is not completely out. And like half of it begins to detach. And like it splits into like the main cargo section, and a separate section detaches, revealing itself as a completely separate robot. So the rocket misses everyone, but now there is this kind of dragon-shaped robot coming at you as well. And the levicopter is kind of like sputtering out of the way.
Jacob is a fan of the players.
Oh yes.
I did roll on that table.
I feel like this is the time for Kiki to get another decapitation, right?
Is this the Kill Bill scene of just like exploding out of the helicopter?
Mm-hmm.
You've got guaranteed great effects, so your setbacks don't hurt you here. You could just chop its head off.
Mm-hmm. Go for it. So how do you want to burst out of this?
Got 4 dice left.
Well, I have my bike in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of at an angle, so you just like open a door
Yeah.
and ramp out. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get
This
it.
is so
Go for
dumb
it.
and so good.
Yeah. Do you pull out your claymore while you're at it
Yes.
too? Yeah. Right. Perfect.
Yep. That's 4 dice.
All right.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no!
Oh, okay.
Big
Oh.
Success.
Yeah. All right.
Whew.
So, the theme music ramps up. It's the chorus. You slam into this dragon and impale it with your sword, and it like lets out this screech, and plummets into the ground, with you on it. This is not the first time in like 10 minutes that's happened to you. And you go flying. There's a huge explosion. As you are caught like in this explosion. So that is going to be a long-term setback. Exploded.
I'm gonna resist it.
Okay.
Is resisting during the theme song any different?
No.
Say again.
No, the resisting is not different.
Yeah, I know we can't push or grit our teeth,
Right.
But yeah. The
Probably with steel, right?
Yeah, steel probably.
yeah. Hey.
Nice.
Nice.
Hey,
Okay.
there we go.
No stress.
Yeah. So, okay. So, you launch off, sword in hand. You impale the dragon. You fall, and just at the last second, there's an explosion, and we see you come bursting out on your bike. Flames behind you. Everyone else is also. This explosion is quite large, so it encompasses a couple of condors. And also, causes, as it crashes and there's this explosion, causes a tidal wave from all the water here to wash over everyone. So everyone else is hit by this. Your bikes are all ruined, having been basically completely submerged.
Can I mark where for that part?
Yeah. Yep.
Excellent.
Sorry you didn't get to roll during the song stuff.
No worries. I'll get it next time.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right.
So
So that's the end of Turn It Up, right? Because
Yep.
there was a mixed.
Right. Yep. So the theme song ends. You have successfully severely damaged the last remaining levicopter, and taken out this sentry dragon.
And we got the head, right?
yeah, as I was saying, it's the head underneath Kiki's arm as she rides out of the
Sure.
explosion.
Sure. Yep.
I had a quick question. We're all waterlogged.
Yes.
Is Tarantula's kind of computer control setup waterlogged as well?
Yeah.
or no?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's coming up not safe.
Guys,
Yeah.
come on.
Yes. Oh, and you mentioned the carrion come in as well.
Yeah.
I presume
So-
anybody who had the pinned condition can remove it at this point? Is that?
Yes, you're no longer pinned down.
Sure.
Correct.
Okay.
So, Seth is with the condors right now, right? Or is it
yes.
the carrion? I keep mixing them up.
Seth is with the condors.
Okay,
the
so I'm
carrion
gonna I'm gonna ride over to the carrion
Okay. The carrion are coming in.
and
the
try
condors
to
see
like
Leonard.
flag them down, have a talk with them.
Okay.
I'll say we got all the leadership here. This is perfectly a good time to open up negotiations and all that.
We're on the same wavelength. We have no
Uh-huh.
radios, but yeah, I'm
You
gonna ride up to
guys!
them and say, hey, before anybody starts shooting, we're in a position to talk here that I think could be valuable to all sides.
So the leader of the carrion is in a Am I using this word right? I suddenly am doubting myself. Yes. No, not the right thing. In a, like, why can't I think of, like, a four-wheeled all-terrain?
Oh, an ATV?
ATV, thank you. In, like, a huge modded ATV instead of a bike. And, like, rides from, like, leads from the front and approaches you and, like, kind of towers over you in this thing. It's not quite a monster truck, but it's, like, kind of close.
Monster truck you ride on top of. Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Yeah. So, you flag.
Does he come at Doc saying anything? Like.
Yeah. So, I guess he says. Now is not the time to talk. What do you want?
And I say, now's the perfect time to talk. We've just put everyone down, and nobody's guns are raised, and we've just introduced a hell of an out-of-context threat here. So how about we talk? What do you have to gain from shooting now instead of shooting when they're right next to you, huh? You want to get in a long-range fight with those? And I point at the Condor hover bikes that are zipping around through the building tops. How about we get everybody to land, come in real close, huddle up, and then we work something out.
He says half of their ground bikes are all waterlogged. Well, now is the perfect time to strike.
I mean,
you can try to
I suppose I could
yeah.
try to push him around here, but
use the scary voice.
Honestly,
I don't know. It's really more down to how much Anthony cares about this gang. Because if they're gonna throw themselves into a losing situation,
I don't know that it's a losing situation. I think we're winners. I was imagining.
Are you saying you're a member of their gang?
Hey,
not
hey,
us?
listen, it's complicated. Yeah, I'm on the radio.
These are kind of complicated.
Why don't you show up? I mean, this is your whole thing. You should ride over.
Right.
Yeah, you were a distance anyway, so you can come over.
I was yeah, I mean, that's fine. I can ride over. That's fine as well. I was going to talk to them on the radio. I was going to assume that they had radios and they were willing to talk to me. And I'm like, what's going on? And you're like shouting, nobody has their guns up. And Anthony's like scoped in, like trying to watch the conversation. Like, Doc, I can't hear you.
I'm just going to shoot.
But no, that's fine. I can ride up as well. So yeah, what's Doc's trying to talk them down, I guess?
I'm asking you how invested you are in us not just wiping these guys out as they charge into a situation where they don't stand a chance.
I mean, is that known information that they don't stand a chance?
I mean, they've got freaking hover bikes, and we're right here.
Perhaps describe the carrion a bit more as well, because not only is there this guy, the one person comes riding up who is clearly fused to his bike and is a bike centaur. Because these guys are into really weird, very violent mods. Don't ask questions.
No, I think the real question he has is, how is Anthony friend with these guys?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple more of them have, like, very clearly, like, cybernetic arms that are made from, like, scrap junk with, like, robotic probes on the end for similar things to what you've done. But, yeah, they're very... aggressively modded.
So, Anthony, you're staying at a distance and only radioing, or are you going to show up?
No, yeah, I just thought you were barking orders at them, and I was going to roll up like while you were like yelling stuff at them.
No.
But I mean, I can show up immediately and just be like, what? I mean, if I show up, I'm just going to be like, all right, ride, like we got to get in there. The doors are open. Come on. Because I'm just going to be... Listen, nobody has told me the plan that we're not taking out the condors, okay? I have a radio, nobody else has a radio, and I thought that was the plan.
I mean, I have a radio, but... So anyway,
Alright,
yeah.
so
So you're gonna ride up, and your evaluation is that you think that this is a good idea for them. You don't care if they all get shot. Because that's the only investment I have in which side wins this, is that you seem to care about this gang. If you don't, then I don't mind at all.
I mean, getting shot is a part of gang life, you know. You steal territory, you get shot at. Sometimes you have giant
Life
helicopters and
cycle.
dragons. Like, we're dealing with stuff, they're dealing with stuff, you know. They take this on themselves. They're big boys, big mechanical boys.
Okay, no skin off my back, and I will just say, all right, right on
Takes
by.
the glasses off.
And
Okay, so you are gonna let them charge in?
Sure.
Let it settle down? Okay.
I'll ride in with them.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
so they come...
Oh, I'll go. No, wait. So I grab Anthony by the back of his jacket. I'm like, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
We're taking the compound.
No.
Is anyone going to do anything about the levicopter that's limping away?
oh, it's
Wait,
slipping
which
away
one?
still.
Yeah.
There's the exploded one, the crashed one, and the one that just got torn in half.
Yeah, but it's still flying.
The
half
that
one
isn't
is-
the dragon.
The half
Prefer-
of the
can-
dragon.
Can fly.
It's
Yes.
like an escape pod.
Right.
Okay. I
We
guess
still
we
have-
could just magnet crane it, but I mean,
say
the
we
condors have their they're flying bikes still, right?
Oh, can I
Yeah, you can leave it for the condors.
can I punch a condor in the face and take his hover bike
Sure.
just to go after
Yes.
the thing?
Yes
Yeah.
is always the answer in Asphalt Trouble.
I was also going to mention we have the cohort eggheads that haven't really done much actually this score yet, or the meat muscle eggheads, and then we also have the crowd cohort as well if we ever want to pull them in as well.
Yeah, we have so much muscle waiting in the wings.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Just as a thought.
Yeah.
No, Seth, how does the town deal with corporations?
With lynch mobs usually.
Uh-huh.
How much of the helicopters left? Is it like or hovercopter?
Levicopter? Yes.
Yeah, what does the remaining half look like?
Is it
Yeah, it looks like a small helicopter without propellers and with like jets, but like, you know, it's significant. It had been like this big cargo thing until half of it disassembled itself. So it is mostly full of things, not people.
Mhm.
And it has got. It was clear like the dragon was using jets that were propelling the levicopter, so now it has much less force and it's moving more slowly and is trying to get out of there as best it can. With the carrion showing up, the condors are more likely to just let it go.
Could we have our eggheads basically help direct the raw manpower of just having like the extra group of people and basically set up like grappling hooks to kind of just take it down with numbers because it doesn't look like it has that much left.
Yeah, sure.
We could just have our eggheads swing their big magnetic crane that's right there and just snag
You
it.
can also do that, yeah.
If you want to
Okay, yeah, I'll just command them to grab it if it looks like the condors don't want it.
Okay.
What's the position and effect for that?
Risky standard.
Okay. And it's a group action with them?
Yeah, so it's probably rolling their quality, which is going to be 3.
Yeah. So, same as what I was going to roll to command.
Yeah.
But 5.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, they're able to take it down. I think it, like, it's kind of takes all of their effort and they're, like, dragged by it into the water a bit. So it's going to kind of damage the equipment and waterlog them, but, like, so they'll be kind of useless for the rest of the ride, but...
Makes sense.
Yeah, so that's taken down too. So now there's just this Condor Carrion fight, which is beginning. if you want to back off, you can, or you can participate.
Yeah, I mean, I'll look at Doc, who's holding me back.
Right. It sounded like you're of mixed minds, so.
We're
Right.
very mixed mind.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
Like, what are you doing? Come on. Like, we need this compound cleared out.
Why?
Well, I don't even understand what you mean.
Why do we need this compound cleared out?
Well,
Where are you coming from with this?
That is where what the carrion was requesting of you.
right.
Yeah.
For, like, help. Yeah. Okay, just make sure you know. Right.
I guess at this point, to clarify, all payment that has been discussed by the group was all purely conjecture on Doc's planning part right now. There's no actual, like, I can't say we're getting paid. Like, we never established that anywhere.
We could just flash back and establish that it happened.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and if we're worried about getting paid, we have 3 downed birds.
Yeah,
Right.
the where Doc's head is at is 100%. Whoever controls this battlefield at the end is the one who's going to make the most money. The salvage rights are worth more than the town.
Sure.
But I haven't said any of that to Anthony yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm trying to figure out why you're charging in at all.
I mean, I think it's mostly just to, like, I mean, you've said, like, punching people in the face who are bigger than us or whatever, but, like, I think that's kind of where it's at. Like, just making sure no other gang is, like, above us, or especially that gangs which are amicable to us are in better positions. Like, the ones that like us are in the best positions.
Well, this conflict puts neither of them in a good position, so I don't think that's where our interests lie. So,
I mean, it definitely puts them in a
we
better
let
position.
them run each other ragged, and then just clean up. Take the whole field.
So I think this argument goes on for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Seth and Kiki, what are you two doing while these two are arguing?
I think Kiki lands somewhere in the vicinity of where Seth is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And her bike is struggling a little bit and kind of putters up to where Seth is. She's got this dragon head under one arm, and one pant leg is completely soaked with blood. And she looks at Seth and kind of scans the battlefield as these other 2 gangs are fighting each other, like, what are we doing?
Do you want to know what we're actually doing, or what I'm trying to do, or what anyone's trying to do?
Yes.
So
I'm trying. Oh.
Getting past you are 2 bikes that are like the bikes themselves are entangled, and the people on them are both reaching over to the other bikes to try to like disable some technology that's on them. It just goes spinning past you as you have this conversation. Go on.
Will you back me if Doc and Anthony have other ideas?
What am I backing you on?
I'm gonna try and keep these morons from killing each other and letting the corporations win early on. It's just gonna probably be really, really difficult.
Kiki looks around again at, like, the mess that is this battlefield, and probably the several bodies that are littered around. And she goes, yeah, I could do without any more killing today. That would be great.
So, I still have my center of attention ability.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to figure out how to justify in the narrative using it, because the bike is completely waterlogged.
Bring your guy. Bring your people, your townsfolk.
Actually, yeah, why not? And now that the well, actually no, the violence hasn't died down, but
It is.
so no, the violence has
accelerating.
died down. The people come out, and no,
Arm
yeah,
them up with
I'm
rifles and post them up in a building or something.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out how he uses that to get attention. But basically, maybe there's 3 main kind of distillery barrels, and for narrative of how this pushing myself to achieve this effect. Yeah, he has some of the townsfolk posted in nearby buildings, and he kind of signals one and points in an area, and causes a nice big explosion to draw everyone's attention again. Because there's now still one left somewhere.
Okay.
if that, I don't know how much that flashback plus.
It's probably part of pushing yourself, right?
Okay. If you're okay with that.
Yeah, so I think flashing back to having one more barrel, because we said, like, you're exploding all the barrels. I think that's going to be 2 stress.
Okay. Ooh, I don't know if I have enough to push myself and do that.
We could use smaller explosives.
I can assist
Just
you.
flash back to have some fireworks or something.
Or, like, if Kiki's there to assist, Kiki can have, you know, TNT or something like that.
Yeah, just kind of an explosion to kind of get people's attention. Because that's usually good attention.
I could also take a radio here and we could cause some kind of feedback.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, and then everybody who's got a radio would listen in. I like that.
Especially all these cybernetically modded dudes with radios in their heads. Yeah, so yeah. Basically that kind of feedback, and Seth is going to grit his teeth and basically gain the complete attention of everyone within shouting distance, which I hope is pretty much the entire battlefield.
Yeah, right. Yep. Alright, so there's a pause in the battle as you do something. I think this is going to be some kind of desperate roll.
Desperate something.
Yeah, desperate great, I guess. Because using your ability.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Desperate great. I'm guessing sway or command.
Yeah, either, depending on how you're addressing people.
I think he's not intimidating enough as one person alone in a battlefield, so it's going to be sway.
Okay.
Plus, he's better at that. That is a 4.
Okay, so what do you say?
If you guys are okay with killing each other for the corporations, that's great. But they're going to be back with more numbers. We all know they're coming here for something. And we can go back to killing each other as soon as they're gone. But until then, we're doing their dirty work for them. There's 3 crashed birds. There's 3 gangs here. Everyone gathers salvage rights, and we part our ways.
I just look at
Wait,
Doc.
what?
So yeah, I think there's a pause as everyone looks at you and you shout this, and like out over the radio.
Yeah.
And the someone from the Condors, who's like a leader of some kind, shouts back, we have nothing more to gain from this. and someone from the carrion shout back swears, a series of swears. So the condors are willing to listen, and the carrion are not. The condors kind of start to back off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I private ban to Kiki's radio?
Uh-huh.
And I say, Seth, make some sort of deal with the condors. We're gonna take out the carrion.
Excuse me?
Can I
Because
instead?
the carrion said no,
consequence of
right? The
attack of
carrion
the
aren't
carrion
willing to
not
stand
listening?
down.
Right. So, what do you say, Kiki?
Sorry. Can I instead resist the consequence of the carrion not listening?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh.
Because I get +1d when I protect a teammate.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
I'm protected.
And
so this is
Kiki's
insight.
gonna yell at them
Okay.
a lot. And she's big and intimidating and bloody and carrying a fucking dragon head after
Mhm.
all of that shenaniganry.
Okay. It's gonna be an insight resist.
Insight or resolve?
Insight for social situations for the most part. Resolve for like bike situations.
Alright. 4. So I take 2 stress.
All right, that was a risky resist.
Oof. That was a very risky resist.
I'm racing Seth for that trauma.
I'll say we're like neck and neck for it right now.
All right, yeah. So I think as part of the consequence for this, so yes, they will back down. But Seth is going to, like we had kind of discussed, Seth is going to get a long-term setback of interloper.
That's fair.
Classic.
Yeah. So you have the reputation of, butting in when no one is asking for it.
That's fair.
Yeah, so they're willing to buy that. They're willing to take their separate, like each gang gets a levicopter for loot, and
Sorry guys, that was the only thing I think of to offer people, like some sort of like everyone gets something. Let's just go home.
Yeah, and there's definitely still like animosity. You haven't like really done anything to improve their relationship with each other, but
Step by step. They're not
Right.
actively killing each other right now, which I feel is a step in the right direction.
Right. The carrion are not willing to fight the condors and also Kiki. Alright, so as the groups kind of split, one of the carrion comes around to help people who've been injured so far, and passes by Kiki, and you recognize Margaret, your rival. And she like looks you up and down, and says, like looks at your arm, like your exploded arm, and says, "Looks fine, for a child's toy," and like goes past and is trying to like you notice is like trying to distract you. Some of the carrion are like possibly not buying in and trying to like get one up on you, and Margaret, having a relationship or a history with you, is trying to like get you out of the way.
I think Kiki dismounts her bike with significant effort,
Mm-hmm.
and limps over to where Margaret is, and towers over her.
Uh-huh.
Like, do you have a problem with me preventing you from killing yourself today?
She says, if someone was to step in, I'd at least want someone with more I can't think of the word. Someone who can keep themselves like put together. Again, motioning to your arm.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who I don't have to go out of my way and save later.
Kiki nods, and then punches her.
Yeah, so I think she takes it. She like takes it and glares at you and leaves, and then a couple of condors come to like help her and glare at you. And if someone else wants to notice that this was a distraction for condors to try to steal some of the broken off salvage from your levicopter, you are welcome to do that.
Yeah, I think I would be watching for that.
Uh-huh.
And so they like slip over to do it. And I just like click a button on like a key fob, and the two-headed Cerberus rises up out of the water where it was waiting to attack this whole time, and just growls at them.
All right.
Great.
Yeah, I think that works. All right, so that's the ride.
Jesus. So much.
Certainly a lot happened.
I had one last thing to do, and I'm fine with it being a stress of whatever flashback, because I'm trying to trauma out here. But the one last thing I want to do is flashback and reveal that after the virus ran, it put the data from their LAN onto my computer of some kind that I can then sell at the barbershop.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's not a network in the way that like it could upload it somewhere else, but it could certainly be like saved on that drive which you have access to in the your levicopter. Like you can take the one that Oliver was on.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah. So
a
that
little more cash.
Yeah. That sounds like 2 or 3 stress, I think.
Sweet. I trauma out.
Is that okay?
What's the likelihood that Anthony got one of the partially blown up hover bikes?
I think they would not like easily let you have it.
Sure.
If you want to roll to like track where one went and get there first, you can do that.
Yeah.
Might be, like maneuver to like get there quickly before it gets snatched up.
Yeah, absolutely. I would gladly roll maneuver.
Risky standard.
Okay. Over here.
Okay. So yeah, the I think you get enough. You don't get the whole hover bike
Sure.
without a 6. You do manage to get like some of the flying components, so you can like mod it onto your own or like decipher a blueprint from them.
Yeah, I was imagining this would be enough to be a blueprint or like something to reverse tech.
Yeah. A disoriented condor comes by sees you messing with the bike and shouts, "Hey, that's my bike," and chases you off. So there is another slight for you.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, this isn't where I parked my bike. No.
Make a note of that, and then I think we'll wrap it up for the night. We can do payoff next time. And then go straight into downtime. So, thank you for joining us. My name has been Jacob. I have been the GM and writer of this game. If you're interested in checking it out, having your own explosion biker fun, you can find it at jacobalso.itch.io. You can also follow me on Twitter at jacobalso for updates to this game and other game design thoughts and such, and occasional memes. I have been joined by a wonderful cast.
I've been Ian. You can find my work on my Twitter at Antifinity or on the Hacked in the Dark Discord. The main thing I'm working on is Deathwish, an alchemy industrial frontier adventure.
And I've been Jared. I'm around on the Discord, but nothing in particular to promote yet.
I'm Travis. You can find me on Twitter. I did it right this time. At Octosplosion. Just general nonsense with game design, as well as an itch.io and DM's Guild.
And I've been Danielle. You can find me on the internet at RedTailedHawk90. You can find the Forged in the Dark game that I have written. It's not Dumb Kids Playing Hero. It's Idiot Teenagers with a Death Wish. If you want an actual play of that game, you can check out Dumb Kids Playing Hero at DKPHpod on Twitter. It is an Animorphs-inspired actual play because of who I am as a person. And if you want to check out some of the other projects that I work on, check out the podcasting guild I'm a part of at Stones_standing.
Thank you for joining us. We'll be having our next session, same time, same place. It will be our penultimate session, so we'll see how things go.
Awesome.
All right. Take care, everyone.
See ya.